It's the end of the week. You look back at the last 5 days, you've built something, an automation, an agent, a tool you've been meaning to get out for months. It works. You're proud of it. Then the quieter thought lands. You haven't had a single conversation with anyone who could actually buy from you. Not one. If that's hit you before, stay with me. Because here's the trap nobody warns you about. The better your tools get, the easier it is to feel productive while your pipeline goes quiet. There's a name for it. I call it the commercial kitchen trap. You've built a beautiful kitchen, every tool you could want, and nobody has ordered a meal. The kitchen is finished, the meal is still hypothetical. Here's why this one is very dangerous. Building feels like progress. It's measurable. You can see the thing you've made. Selling feels like exposure. It's uncertain. You might get a no. So when you're not sure where the next client is coming from, you retreat to the thing you control. You build. But one more tool will never fix a pipeline problem. It just hides it for another week. Most of you come from corporate or you've come from delivery. You learn to build for week 20, the polished version system. The full documentation, every edge case handled beautifully. You don't have a week 20 problem. You have a week 1 problem. You need a conversation this week, not a system that's ready in 3 months. In a small business, the order is reversed. Sell it first, build it only when someone is paying you for it. And if you're the one who keeps reaching for the build, watch yourself on delegation too. There's an old Seinfeld episode where George decides every instinct he has is wrong, so he does the opposite of everything. And his life turns out brilliantly. It turns around. If your instinct is always to build it yourself, to do it yourself, to be the one inside the tool, do the opposite. Hand it to your team. Get yourself out of the doing. Your job isn't to be the best builder in the business. It's to have the conversations only you can have, the owner of the business. A partner I worked with was doing 60-hour weeks, buried in delivery, convinced he had to be in everything. We got the work out of his head and into a playbook his team could run. He went from 60 hours to 35, revenue up 40%. Not because he built more, because he stopped being the bottleneck and started selling. So here's the decision. This week, before you open the tool, before you start the build, ask one question. How many conversations am I going to have with someone who could actually buy? If the answer is 0, the build waits. Every time the kitchen can wait, the meal can't. If that's hitting close to home, here's your move. Go to talkpaul.com and book a call. We'll find the one decision that's actually gating your pipeline. Not another tool, a decision. That's a wrap for today's conversation. If it landed, the next step is simple. Book a 30-minute call at talkpaul.com. That's talkpaul.com. You talk about where you are now, where you want to be, and what's blocking you or getting in the road. If I can help, we'll go from there. And if you found value in this episode, share it with one other SaaS partner who needs to hear it today. Until next time, goodbye.